The accessory switch controller, or ASC2, is an updated version of the ASC module, which itself is a redesigned module that replaced the SC2 switch and accessory controller. Like its predecessors, the ASC2 can operate up to 4 individual automatic switches or 8 illuminated and operating accessories. First, we make connections and configure the ASC2 module. Choose between activating switches or accessories. With an ASC2, you cannot mix both on the same module. The first connection made is, of course, the PDI cable. Next, fixed voltage and accessory power must be added to the relay power terminals marked AC power, located at the bottom of the ASC2 module. Ground goes to terminal 4, and the hot fixed voltage lead goes to terminal 3. You can add another ASC2 and power the relays on that module from the first ASC2. Terminal 2 of the first ASC2 connects to terminal 4 on the second ASC2 for ground, and terminal 1 of the first ASC2 connects to terminal 3 on the second ASC2 for hot. When you look at the row of terminals across the top, you will notice the label includes switch and accessory, plus numbers and letters. And you'll see the word COM. This is not necessarily common ground. In this case, COM could mean a common shared hot source provided by a fixed voltage from a transformer. It depends on if you're connecting switches or accessories. And in some cases, it depends on the type of switch you're connecting. Refer to the manual to verify your switch is compatible and how to wire it. On a fast-track switch, you'll again notice the labeled terminal for power and controlling the position of the points. A lead from through on the switch is connected to the terminal marked 1T. T stands for through. A lead from the out terminal is connected to the terminal marked 1O. O stands for out. The GND ground terminal from the switch is connected to the COM terminal located near the center of the module. To configure the ASC2 to activate switches, press the Program button on the ASC2 for 1 second, followed by SW on a cab 2. Then the desired ID number for the first switch in the first bank. Then press Set. Now press AUX1 for momentary power activation, which is what you'd want for most Lionel switches in good operating condition. If you're connecting switches that require a prolonged influx of power to operate, then AUX2 should be selected at this phase. The switches can now be activated using the cab 2 by addressing each switch individually, starting with the first one assigned the ID number, followed by the remaining switches connected to the module by each successive number. Then press AUX1 for through or AUX2 for diverge. If you're using many switches connected to several ASC2 modules, you'll want to program them so you're not skipping ID numbers between modules. We'll explain why a little later. Now, let's talk about accessories. Remember how it was the ground circuit that was completed by SC1 and SC2 components? On the ASC2, it is the fixed voltage accessory power lead that is completed. Common ground is connected directly to the accessory. The accessory power lead is connected to the COM terminal located near the center. A wire is connected from terminal 1 on the ASC2 to the terminal on the accessory that takes the power lead. Additional accessories are connected to the remaining terminals on the ASC2. Accessories that are single direction motor driven and include illumination, such as the diesel fueling station, can have two separate power leads connected to individual terminals to operate the accessory and illuminate the lamp. To configure the ASC2 to activate accessories, press the Program button on the ASC2 for 1 second, followed by ACC on the cab 2, then the desired ID number for the first accessory in the first bank. Then press Set. Then press aux 1, then 0 on the cab 2 at this time. Accessories are addressed as ACC, then the ID number, followed by aux 1 for momentary activation or aux 2 to turn the accessory on. Hit aux 2 again to turn the accessory off.